Picture this. You step off the plane at Hartsfield-Jackson, literally the world's busiest airport, get hit by a wave of sticky summer heat that feels like a warm hug or a whack. You hop into a peachy lift. The driver starts talking about how his neighbor runs real estate deals while playing in a local band, and you realize you've landed in a city that's part Southern charm, part film set hustle, and not always at the same time. Atlanta does not do subtle. It's the fast-talking cousin of Southern hospitality who also waxes lyrical about gentrification, data centers, and Metropolitan Atlanta Rapid Transit Authority improvements. So before you box up your life and move, here's the unfiltered truth about living in Atlanta. The cost of living. Let's get this out of the way. Atlanta ain't cheap anymore. Yes, it used to be the Southern belle of affordability, but that ship has sailed down the Chattahoochee River. Today, rent prices are doing their best impression of a SpaceX launch. A decent one-bedroom in a decent area will cost you somewhere between $1,600 and $1,780 a month. That's right, you're now paying coastal prices, but without the ocean breeze. And if you thought buying a home would be the grown-up, budget-friendly move, bless your optimistic heart. Existing homes go for about $376,000, and if you're eyeing something new and shiny, prepared to drop closer to $470,000. Want to live near the Beltline or Midtown? Add another zero to your panic attack. The city's cost of living is around 4% lower than the national average. But that's like saying boiling water is technically cooler than lava, it's still gonna burn. So how much do you need to survive in Atlanta without crying in your car every month? A single person needs around $1,286, excluding rent, and a family of four needs about $4,600. That doesn't include the cost of impulse buying at Trader Joe's or replacing your tires after a run-in with one of Atlanta's legendary potholes. Choose your fighter and bring snacks. Atlanta traffic is not just a thing, it's a lifestyle. It's a full-time commitment, a toxic relationship you can't escape. Want to drive to Target? Better leave at sunrise. Need to get across town at rush hour? Might as well update your will. The city's beltway, I-285, is basically a national association for stock car auto racing track, with more SUVs and less regard for turn signals. You have not truly moved to Atlanta until you have screamed "why" at an innocent Google Maps route. And while Atlanta has a public transit system, Metropolitan Atlanta Rapid Transit Authority, it mostly operates on hope and limited routes. If you are one of the blessed few who live near a train station, you might just get to work on time. But if you live even slightly off the grid, you'll be driving, biking, and possibly offering sacrifices to the traffic gods. Metropolitan Atlanta Rapid Transit Authority is improving. To its credit, they are rolling out fancy new open gangway trains that let you walk between cars like you are in a sci-fi movie. There's also a Beltline expansion underway that might someday allow you to travel across the city without playing dodge the pothole. But for now, Atlanta's motto might as well be, you'll be in your car a lot forever. Welcome to the neighborhood. We just raised your rent. Let's talk real estate with a little side of social commentary. Atlanta is in the middle of a glow-up, the kind where you don't recognize your own reflection or your old rent anymore. Neighborhoods like Old Fourth Ward, Summerhill, and Edgewood have gone from chill and charming to $18 avocado toast levels of trendy. If your rent does not spike, it's only because you've already been priced out. City officials, in their infinite optimism, have promised to build 20,000 units of affordable housing. So far, about 10,000 are in progress, which is like saying, I promised I'd make dinner, but I have started defrosting the chicken. Better than nothing, but far from ready. So unless you want to share a studio with 3 roommates and a cat that is not yours, you might need to explore outside the perimeter where housing is cheaper. But your commute might require a survival kit. Jobs and the economy. If Atlanta were a person, it would have 3 LinkedIn profiles and still find time to start a podcast. The city's job market is booming. And it's not just in the film industry though, yes. Someone is probably filming a Marvel movie outside your window right now. Healthcare, logistics, fintech, and good old-fashioned tech are all booming here. In fact, Atlanta is now the top US city for data center expansion, which is nerd speak for Facebook and Google moved in and took all the good parking. Data centers mean jobs, but they also mean huge energy bills, and residents are starting to ask, hey, is all this sustainable? The city council has even had to slow down new data center permits because some neighborhoods are turning into mini Silicon Valleys just with more barbecue. Still, if you are hustling, Atlanta will welcome you with open arms. Just be prepared to hustle and side hustle. The weather. Atlanta has 4 seasons: warm, hot, surface of the sun, and surprise ice storm. Summers here don't play around, they show up early, stay late, and sweat all over your good clothes. July and August are particularly disrespectful, with humidity levels that could turn a fresh blowout into a sad puffball in 30 seconds. Winters are mild, but don't get cocky. Once every few years, a snowflake will fall, and the entire city will shut down like it's the apocalypse. Schools close, grocery stores are ransacked, and everyone collectively forgets how to drive. It's adorable, terrifying, and somehow charming, just like the city itself. Spring and fall offer brief moments of bliss, blooming dogwoods, cool evenings, and a break from frizz-inducing humidity. Enjoy it while it lasts. Your sinuses will not. This city has flavor, honey. If culture is your thing, Atlanta has more than you can handle. This city raised Outkast, Ludacris, and Donald Glover. It's where civil rights history meets indie film shoots and trap music concerts. Whether you want to tour the High Museum or vibe at a backyard poetry slam, ATL is always serving something spicy, sometimes literally. The food scene is unmatched. Sure, you've got your Southern staples, fried chicken that could raise the dead and biscuits that should be illegal, but Atlanta's food is international, experimental, and unapologetically delicious. Want Vietnamese Cuban fusion from a truck parked behind a tire shop? Done. Nigerian suya tacos? Also done. Sunday brunch here is basically a sport, and if you don't spend $60 on bottomless mimosas and crab cakes, are you even local? And don't forget the festivals. Between Music Midtown, the Atlanta Jazz Festival, and the Peachtree Road Race, there's always a reason to be out, sweating through your outfit and loving every second. Recycling in data centers. So you're an eco-warrior who recycles religiously? First of all, good for you. Second of all, prepare to be disappointed. Atlanta's recycling system is, let's call it, aspirational. Multi-unit buildings often don't provide bins, and in some neighborhoods, only 15 to 25% of residents recycle properly. And if you are trying to recycle glass, congratulations, it's going to the landfill anyway. Meanwhile, data centers are sprouting up faster than microbreweries, bringing jobs and noise and questions about how much electricity one city really needs. It's a tech boom with an environmental twist. So yes, you can stream Netflix faster, just maybe don't water your lawn during peak hours. Choosing a neighborhood. Atlanta is a city of neighborhoods, each with its own personality and unofficial dress code. Buckhead is for the flashy crowd who brunch in designer sneakers. Midtown is artsy and walkable, perfect for creative types who own 14 tote bags. Old Fourth Ward is where gentrification met hipsters and said, let's build a brewery. West End and West Midtown are up and coming, which is code for still affordable, but not for long. If you're seeking suburban bliss, places like Decatur, Sandy Springs, and Alpharetta offer more space, better schools, and enough traffic to make you nostalgic for your city commute. Wherever you land, one thing is guaranteed: there will be a Peachtree Street nearby, and it will not be the one you need. So, should you move to Atlanta? Here's the truth. Atlanta is loud, messy, growing too fast, and doesn't always make sense. It's got soul, sass, and a way of testing your patience right before showing you the best night of your life. It's a place where you might find yourself stuck in traffic, sobbing into your Chick-fil-A, only to end the day dancing at a block party next to a street artist and an off-duty politician. If you want fast, affordable, and simple, Atlanta might frustrate you. But if you want vibrant, unpredictable, and full of flavor, you just might fall in love. So go ahead, pack your bags, download Waze, and remember, there are 71 streets named Peachtree, and none of them lead to peach trees. And there you have it, folks. But before you go apartment hunting or memorize the Metropolitan Atlanta Rapid Transit Authority schedule, do me a solid, smash that like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. And as we say in the South, you all come back now. Ya here.